Welcome to Childcare Conversations with Kate and Carrie.
Welcome back and welcome to the new year. We are so excited to chat with y'all, and Carrie and I have got some thoughts because, well, it's early January and we've always got some thoughts.
I think we've got thoughts even when it's not early January, but we know that this is a time of year that hopefully you're getting phone calls, emails, inquiries, people trying to fill up when you have tours, because this should be a time that lots of people are reaching out to you. Oh, but what if they're not? What if the person listening is not getting those phone calls and emails, Kate? Because I don't want people to feel bad. How can we get them some more phone calls and emails? How can we get them some of that inbound inquiry if they're not having it? Let's do that first.
Well, let's make sure a couple of things. So the first thing I'm going to tell you, if you are not getting phone calls and you have openings or you have a wait list. So in other words, maybe you're full, so you haven't really thought about much, or you were full 2 weeks ago, people went on vacation and they didn't come back. So if you are suddenly have some open spots, let's make sure a couple of things are like everybody knows, right? So all of your staff know, and the parents in those classrooms know you've got some openings. Make it really easy and ask them, do you have a friend of little Susie's who might want to come in the program? Right.
Okay.
So we're going to start with those first two. And then the other thing, make sure that your websites, your social media, and your Google My Business page are all current and up to date. That you have
Google My Business. That sounds complicated, Kate. Google My Business sounds complicated. I know somebody had just turned us off because they heard the word Google My Business.
Well, Google My Business is really not complicated. It's actually really, really easy. And
they changed the name of it. Now it's called Business Profiles by Google.
Okay, so Business Profiles by Google.
Whatever. It's still Google My Business. You can still find the info.
So it's actually really quick. It's really easy. And it's a way for you to update what's going on in your business on your own without having to hire website people. We get that a lot where people are like, oh, well, we had a website person, we don't anymore, so I don't even know how to make it updated. So if that's the case, let us know, reach out to us. But really, make sure that your social media says, don't ever, if you are one of those people, kind of on the opposite side, you're one of those people that all of a sudden you have a bunch of empty spaces. Okay, don't post to social media you have a bunch of empty spaces. You always
because they want to know why, and they aren't going to bring their kids to you. If they come to tour, they're coming to get the gossip, the hot goss, or the tea, whatever words you want to use. So you only have 2 spots in each classroom. I don't care if you have 7. Okay. So we've done some stuff to get some of those calls coming in. If you need more on that, we've got a whole bunch of other episodes on that. That wasn't today's topic.
Next week we've got some great insights into secret shoppers and some tours. That's next
okay.
Week. Yeah.
So listen next week. That'll help with that. Okay. So we've got calls and texts or DMs. We've got inbound calls. We're calling it all calls, even though it might be an email or DM. So we've got inbound calls. What are people calling for? Are they calling because they want to know what color the walls are painted? Is that what
I don't think so, Carrie. I think they got kids and they need a place for their kids.
Okay. So they're calling either for January enrollment. They want people a spot for the new year because they weren't happy with the decision they made earlier, in 2024. But they didn't want to make a change right before the holidays. So now the holidays are over and they're like, okay, I'm going to make a change, go to another program. So we've got people who are looking for January or February enrollment. If you have, you might also have some people calling to see if you're open during spring break, because maybe the program they're at isn't open on spring break. And so they're looking for a program that they could maybe change enrollment to that doesn't take spring break. Or maybe they have school age kids for spring break, or Kate's favorite, that they are calling to enroll for the summertime. And they're, whether, again, they might be in the public school during the school year and they're in the public pre-K, but public pre-K is not year round. And so they need something in the summer, or you have a school age program and you've got spots in the summer.
So that makes me think, Carrie, as we're talking that, we've got all these spring holidays. And so if you are listening and you are a school that kind of could feel the effects of public pre-K, please make sure that all of your families who have been part of your program for the last several years know if you are open and accepting school age or just public pre-K kids during holidays in January and February, spring break in March, Easter in April, Memorial Day in May. We got one a month. And
at least one a month.
At least one a
because
month.
There's probably, each school district probably has one or two conference days in there as well that they're closed, but the staff are working, but the kids aren't allowed to come.
Absolutely. So keep that in mind. So we've got summer camps, but Carrie, I can't seem to get anybody when they call to want to come in. Like I just can't make it happen.
Well, one of my big things is, are you actually answering the phone? Which is going to be something that I'm going to be yelling from the rooftops probably for a couple of years. Just answer your phone when people call. Because that drives me crazy. But part of the reason why people are like, okay, well, thanks for the information, and then they hang up. Or again, it can be an email or a DM, and they're like, thanks for the information, and then you never hear from them again, is you've given them no reason to buy now, to schedule the tour now. You have to make some sort of offer. If you called up Old Navy and said, do you have black t-shirts in size extra small? And they said yes, then you can hang up, because they've got the t-shirts. You don't need to go today to go get that extra small t-shirt for that teenager in your household. But if they say, what color are you looking for? And you say magenta, and they're like, I have 2 extra smalls left in the store in that size. Oh, can you put one aside for me? Yes, but I can only put it aside for 24 hours. Now you have to go to Old Navy today to pick that up. How can you create something like that for your center? Yes, we do have an opening in our toddler classroom, but we do have 2 other tours scheduled this week for that classroom. Well, if I've got one spot and I got 2 toddler families coming for a tour, then the person who called to just see if you have openings and what your tuition is, all of a sudden now there's a reason, oh, no, I need to come in and do a tour now. When is the first tour happening? It's happening tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, can I get a tour today? Because they want to get in before the other 2 tours. They want to jump the line. Well, no, we don't do tours today. Can I come before that 10 a.m. tour tomorrow? There is a reason for them to come now. Are there other ways? What are some other ways that we can get people to have that feeling of, there is some, I don't know, there's not a wide supply, or there's a timeline or something like that? What else could they do, Kate?
Are you asking me?
Yes. What else can they do? How else can they make an offer that somebody can't refuse?
Well, I loved your examples. I think your examples are great. I always like making people think that there's only a couple of spots available. If you are a program where you have plenty of spots, so you're not really comfortable with that approach, you can always have something that you're going to give them, like $100 cash, if they come in. I mean, we just finished Christmas, and Carrie, I don't know about you, but I got a few more bills than I did in November. And so as a result, if you have somebody who calls and says, hey, I'm thinking about maybe checking out some programs in your area, go, great. If you come and do the tour this week and you choose to sign up, we will give you $100 in cash that day. I don't know about you, but can I go get my nails done with $100 in cash?
Probably.
I might
Or
even be
maybe
able to
you
get
need
a,
a
I might even be able to get
massage.
a
Maybe you
fancy
need a
Coke
massage because it's been a rough week.
or fancy Coke or fancy coffee. So,
Yeah.
so that's one of my favorites is just literally a good old fashioned $100 bill. And so, do whatever is going to work for you. I am not one about giving discounts. So if you've not heard that before, you probably, if you have, you're probably laughing like, oh, Carrie and Kate are going to talk about why not to discount.
It could also be that maybe, oh, well, you need to get enrolled before, well, let me just pick a random day later in the month. You need to get enrolled before January 23rd because that's going to be our picture day. And so you want to get in before we do picture day so that you'll be in the yearbook. Okay, that doesn't cost you anything to tell the parents that that's when picture day is going to be, and they need to get their kid in before then so that you can include them in the yearbook. Now, it can be a digital yearbook you created on Canva, and they have the opportunity to buy it and print it. It doesn't have to be a physical one. It can be that you guys are going to be marching in the Martin Luther King Day parade. And so if they get enrolled before then, they can be part of the parade. It can be, well, what's something that happens in February? The St. Patrick's Day,
That's in
whatever.
March. That's in March.
Oh, well, what's in February?
President's Day.
Day.
Valentine's Day. Yes. They could
Flag
be.
Day. There's all
What
kinds of
day?
things. Huh?
What day?
Flag Day.
That's in June.
Oh, that's Flag Day in Mexico.
Oh, like there's no Flag Day in February.
President's Day, whatever special days you have coming up, it could be that they need to enroll before that day because you're doing a cool something.
Even a field trip, absolutely. And or if they register, since we just talked about summer camp, if they sign up before the end of January, maybe they have priority scheduling for summer programs.
Yeah. And I'm a little lighter on the discounts than Kate. If they enroll in summer camp, I will give them the last week of summer camp for free at the end of August if they enrolled in January and gave me their money in January. I'm not giving them the week of 4th of July for free. I'm giving them the last week at the end of your summer break, which for us is in August. So get 1 week of free tuition at summer camp. You don't have to tell them when you're on the phone which week it is. You know which week it is. And when they get the fine print, they will get that it's that week. But, make a deal. There should be some reason for people to enroll this week or this month. I prefer this week because this month is long. There's 31 days. So let's get them in this week. I want to get them into your program, giving you money and learning how cool your program is. So if they're looking for enrollment in January, then I want them enrolled in January.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So hopefully you found some ways to work it. If you need to pause this episode and go back and listen to Carrie again, the other thing to remember is to make it as easy as possible. If somebody has sent you a message through Facebook, reply to them in Facebook. Don't tell them to call you. If somebody has sent you an email, respond by email. Okay, go wherever they are. It will be worth your time because you know they're responding to that. All right,
Yeah.
yes, it's a little more work for us. And I really wish that just everybody would do what I tell them to, which is fill out this form, because when they fill out the form, they automatically, because of automation, get the ability to schedule their own tour because I have that set up. So if you don't have that set up, make sure you have that set up too.
Yeah, go get TidyCal or another calendar scheduling thing and automate as much of this process as you can. But I want you to come up with reasons right now. Pause the episode and I want you to write down for every week from now until the end of February, what is the reason that they need to enroll that week? What is the offer you're going to make this week, next week, the week after?
So you
all
want
the way
to
through the end of
have like
February.
7 different offers?
Yes. They should not be the same because then they know that you lied. You don't want to lie to people. There is a reason to enroll before the 23rd because that is picture day. So the week and a half before picture day, that is the reason. But on the 24th, you can't use that anymore because they've already had picture day. So we need a new thing starting on the 24th. So what are the things each week that are going to be the deals that somebody has to act or else that deal disappears? Okay. And you can use this also when you're calling people or emailing people who are on your waiting list. You can reach out to the people on your waiting list because I got people all the time saying, I've got a waiting list, but nobody enrolls off of it. I'm like, well, then you're doing it wrong. And so this is one of the ways you do it right. And you say, we are now enrolling for the spring semester, and tell them, you don't have to tell everybody every week, but pick some weeks that you're like, this is a deal that they should know about, and let them know. You can put it in your newsletter that's going out to the pediatrician and all of your current families. You can put those deals in the weekly newsletter that is saying everybody who enrolls before, this week will get a free teddy bear for the teddy bear picnic. I don't care what the deal is. We're having a teddy bear picnic. We give you a brand new teddy bear to bring to your teddy bear picnic. Okay, that cost me $7. I bought them. I got them $7 teddy bears off of Oriental Trading Company. They're great. And we're giving everybody a $7 teddy bear. And they get to decide whether they get a koala bear or a grizzly bear or a polar bear. Woohoo! That's very exciting. When you're 4, it's very exciting. So you can put those things in the newsletter that's going out to the families. Put the deal in the newsletter because grandma gets that newsletter. They get it when they're at work. They can tell the people at work about the deal. Yes, some of your parents might say, well, how can I get a teddy bear? Make a referral. I'll get you a teddy bear and the new family a teddy bear. Every referral gets a free teddy bear this week. Sure, why not? Just make deals, get people to enroll, give them a reason to make the decision now, not in 4 weeks.
Well, Carrie, thank you so much for planting all those seeds. And I don't know about y'all, but I was making notes. I've got some new ideas, and hopefully you do too. Make sure that you send us a message at Kate and Carrie at childcareconversations.com. Let us know which of these strategies you tried and how that worked. If you need to practice and you are a current Texas Director or Director Success Academy client, you know what? You get some free coaching. So schedule a time on one of our calendar scheduling softwares and practice this. If this is not something you're comfortable with, we are happy to be part of your practice team. And with that, Carrie, what else do they need to do?
If you think somebody else needs to know what we had to say in this show, please share the show with your friends and neighbors and colleagues. And please go in and write a review on your podcasting app of choice, whether that is YouTube or Apple Podcast or Spotify or any of about a dozen other places where you can find us. Please go in and write a review so that other people can find the show and they can grow their program in their town without being competition to you. We'd love to talk to you again next week.
Thank you for listening to Childcare Conversations with Kate and Carrie. Want to learn more? Check out our website at texasdirector.org. And if you've learned anything today, leave us a comment below and share the show.